Okay, hey, so it looks like I can only do 7 minutes on this video, so I've switched up a few things. I have to do this on my big tablet here, so I feel like a midget using my phone now. But this is going to be a quick overview on the Starship Enterprise model here. This is the 1/350 scale kit, and wow, I really have to kind of hold this far back because the zoom is pretty intense on this guy. So, and also really shaky. Let me see if I can stabilize it with both hands because apparently I have a lot of shake. But let me see, where am I? This is going to be a customer build. This is going to be our biggest build as of late. This is going to be the first kit that I'm going to do with lights, with soundboards, with a whole bunch of extras added that don't get done on my usual builds here in the shop. I try not to do it because the lighting really does take a lot of time, and I do have to charge a little extra for that work and for that time. So this one is probably not going to be the norm for a lot of the things that we do here. Well, at least not for now. I mean, I say that, but then I might be inundated with a couple of them later on the line, one would hope. This will be my first time working on this kit. This will be my first time working on something this big and this extensive. We are getting the boards and the lights from Tenna Controls. Those will be in soon. Let me see, but let me start off here because the first part that I'm going to start off with is the tiniest part. And I'm going to be starting, come on, focus. I'm going to start pretty soon on the bridge here. And the first thing that needs to happen is I need to get rid of the handrails that are already kind of molded in there and add some photo etch detail there. I also have to, God, this thing is so terrible. There is no earthquake here in the mall, it's just this camera. The zoom is on really tight here, so every little shake just gets that's me shaking it, by the way. But so pull it away. This is every part. These are this is one of the nacelles. This kit, I am a little surprised, has some flash on the sprues, but all the parts seem pretty clean. Well, except for that part. This day and age, I'm a little shocked that there's some flash on a kit this big and of this quality. This might be a late edition, might be a recent pour of the kit. Maybe the molds are starting to get a little bent. But there's some big pour stubs that I need to kind of saw off and fill in. So there looks like there will be a little bit of putty work on this guy. Although some of these lines seem to be disappearing really nicely. It looks like there's not going to be a lot of effort in getting a lot of these seams done. But everything is molded in color. Everything is pretty close to what it's supposed to be on the ship. But everything, again, just like any model, it needs to be painted. I don't want to give him a plastic-looking kit. I want to give him something that looks like it's been through space, been on a 5-year mission, and on some continuing journeys. So let me get back into this. You know, my out-of-box review is only going to be pretty much to show our customer what he just paid for. I know a lot of guys out there in our modeling community have already worked on probably 3 or 4 of these already by now, but I haven't. So what this is going to be, and I understand that there are a lot of discrepancies still with the simple notion that this has panel lines, but a lot of guys are going over and filling the scribe lines in just to come back and put them in with a pencil because, gosh darn it, that's what the studio model had. But I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to be recreating a studio model. I'm going to be making a Starship Enterprise. So panel lines stay. They're going to actually aid me in my paint job that I'm going to be doing for this guy. I'm going to be adding the rust ring and all of the weathering striping, but the panel lines will stay. A real Starship Enterprise wouldn't have scribed on graphite panel lines, so this won't. So I'm going to probably be getting into each part a little bit more as I move along. Again, my phone is on the blitz. My phone has been my camera for the last year or so. But I think with this I can actually set this camera on myself while I work, so you will be able to get to see a little bit of how I do my things during this build. And our customer Robert has asked that I do a pretty extensive videography of the build of this entire thing. But for now, I'm going to start taking some pictures. I'm going to start getting my overview done. I'm going to do this right. I don't want to miss a beat. I don't want to miss a step. I don't want to get anything on this wrong, so I'm going to be starting a checklist of things that need to happen, when and how. So again, I really don't want to fumble the ball on this guy. This guy's paying me a lot of money to do this, and thinks that I can, so I can't fumble. Anyway, guys, I'll see you again soon. You guys take care. Again, this is our first out-of-the-box review for the 3350 scale Constitution class Enterprise. Have this project and a few others, namely I've got to get this guy ready for a toy show that's coming up March 12th. So more on him, more on some more of our figures that we're working on, and hopefully some artwork will be out pretty soon. So you guys take care, have fun, and peace.